InTheRingBoxing.com.
What's up, fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to the InTheRingBoxing.com podcast show. We have a great show in store for you today because on the line with us today is the undefeated WBC silver bantamweight, former IBO bantamweight champion, and finalist for Showtime's bantamweight tournament, Abner. Abner, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem, man. Thank you for the invite.
No problem. So, champ, you were supposed to fight last month against Joseph Agbeko. He had to pull out last minute due to a back injury. Have you heard any news on Agbeko's condition and whether or not the fight will be rescheduled?
Yes. Thank God the fight will be rescheduled. They're talking about late July, early August. For the fight. Same opponent. Same everything's still the same. For the final of the tournament. They're just looking for a TV time date. So it looks like maybe late July, early August. Have not yet got a date confirmed.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, when the fight does take place, what do you think is going to be your greatest strength coming in against Agbeko?
Well, before it was, just the desire I had to become world champion here in my hometown because it was going to be here, local in LA. But now it's more, the encouragement and a little bit of, I want to say, not anger, but frustration, from my side, not being able to fight Joseph, a month ago when I was such in great condition, 3 months of hard training, and now I'm gonna take that, as an advantage and use that, towards my training and just, train even harder and go in there as, a monster, and try to, destroy the Becko and become world champion.
Okay, so when you say you get a little strength, you're going to garner some strength from the frustration that comes out of that. Do you think that that maybe the injury with Agbeko is somewhat of his fault? Maybe this is something they knew about before and could have been avoided, or is that where the frustration comes from, or just from?
Yeah, that's where it comes from. At first, it was like, I was obviously, health comes first, and I was praying for the guy, hopefully he recovers good, but I've been hearing from people that he knew he had this before. He even came out and said that he had it, when he fought Victor Keenan. So it's something that he obviously knew he had, and again, I don't wanna bring out stuff, but it just it's really frustrates me that a week after the fight, what's supposed to happen, he comes out and says that he's ready to fight me, but again, I don't want to talk too much. I just want to use this as motivation, and just go in there and do my thing.
Okay, all right, and we'll leave that at that. Moving on, if you, and I'm sure you're already confident that you will, but if you win against Agbeko, where would you like to take your career? Will you try to unify the titles or move up in weight?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I think, my career has, had its ups and downs and, mostly downs, and pauses, but now it's my time. I think I'm in a great time, thank God, I'm in a great position where, I'm fighting a world titleist, have the opportunity to become world title, champion, and, God willing, with God's will, winning this fight, I got an option to either fight, Nonito Donaire, because I am the silver ABC champion and ranked number 1 at the ABC, which Nonito has that title. So I got an option to fight him, or either move up to super bantamweight, where you guys saw Arce, beat Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. That would be a tremendous fight, for myself too. So I thank God, I have those options, and I just wanna train hard, and I got this fight. We got this contract with Agbeko, so we gotta get this done first.
Okay. Well, of course we don't want to look past Agbeko, and I know you're not. But you brought up Donaire, so the picture just flashed in my mind. If you were to fight him, how do you see that fight playing out?
It's a great fight, man. It's I would love to fight him just because, I want to prove myself, I'm at that point where, I want to fight the best, Nonito's, pound for pound, one of the great champions right now, and I want to prove myself. I know, we all know that, going in that ring, whenever I do fight him, he's going to be, I'm going to be the underdog fighting him because, of his great performance against, Montiel, the way he just knocked him out, it was crazy. And but I see myself, beating him, of course. I would not risk my health, going in against a fighter I have no chance with. I definitely see myself, beating Nonito. He's a great, talented fighter. But I think I have my skills too, and styles make fights, and I think I have a style that could, most definitely give, Nonito a fight.
Awesome. So I got a question for you here. If you had an opportunity to jump up even a little further in weight, let's say up to featherweight and get a big name fight like maybe Juanma Lopez, even though he took that loss, still a big name, right? Gamboa. Would you jump up to that weight?
Most definitely, man. Definitely. I fought Juan Manuel Lopez already. I mean, it's amateur, I know, but I fought him 3 times already in amateur. Great fights. And I will definitely move up on, either super bantamweight or featherweight, even featherweight, to prove myself and, to bring my name up there already, because it's been a long way, believe me. And, I just want to make it up there, and, I want to become a world champion and one of the best.
Definitely. And you did have an impressive amateur career. You fought about 120 times. You won a gold medal at the Central American Games, in which you actually beat Juanma Lopez. How'd you get started in boxing?
My older brother, really got me into it. My dad as well. My dad was a professional fighter, when he was younger too. And just, basically my older brother used to take me to the gym, just to see him train. But then, I just, so much time spent with my brother, training, I just got eager, to put on some gloves and, start doing it.
All right. Champ, a few years ago, you had a close call when you suffered a detached retina. You had to undergo surgery, which was successful. I know this is, several fights back. But did having that injury affect your fighting style in any way at all?
At all. It has not. Thank God. Thank mighty old God. No. I just made me a different fighter. Just mentally, just going in there and, even I think better fighter, try to avoid punches more, because you definitely don't want to get hit in your eye again, or, go through that again. So definitely makes you more aware now. But, it was a tough, time when that happened, when the doctor tells you that, you're not going to be able to fight anymore. But, we went through that, we passed that, thank God, and now we're at a great position. And, to answer your question, I think it just made me a better fighter.
Awesome. All right, Champ, you're a young fighter. I mean, you probably haven't even reached your peak yet, but when it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered by boxing fans?
I want to be remembered, obviously, like any other fighter, that's one of the best, but not just, inside the ring, outside the ring as well. I want to be, for the young kids to look at, someone to look at, to try to, look after, and imitate in some way, I just want to fight the best. I don't care if I fight in 3, 4, 5 different weight divisions. I just want to fight the best with in my weight, current weight, and be remembered as a fighter that never ducked anyone and just gave it all.
Okay, Abner, is there anything you want to say to your fans in closing?
Definitely, thank you all for the great support. I know there was a lot of people, who bought the tickets, who was ready to see me fight this past April 23rd. But, things happen for a reason. Thank you for your support. We'll be back, early August, and we'll be back. We're definitely going to make some noise, and appreciate you guys, for this interview. And God bless all you guys.
Oh, no problem. And champ, thanks again for coming on the show, and we'd love to have you back on again in the future.
Most definitely, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem. Okay, fight fans, once again, that was the undefeated WBC silver bantamweight champ, former IBO champ. I say former because he vacated it. No one took that from him. Abner Mares. That's it for today's show. My name is Carlos Cruz from InTheRingBoxing.com, telling you to stay cool and educate yourself. Peace.